There is a woman at every high society event who never seems rushed, never looks tired, and somehow always appears put together. She is not louder than anyone else. She does not announce her achievements. But when she enters a room, something shifts. People notice. People lean in. And here is what nobody tells you. It is not about her beauty. It is not about her wealth. It is about something far more powerful that operates beneath the surface. A silent discipline that makes elegance look effortless. You see her at the country club, at the charity gala, at the private dinner where everyone seems to know the unspoken rules except you, and you wonder, how does she do it? How does she maintain that level of polish without appearing to try? The answer will surprise you, because what looks like natural grace is actually the result of something most women will never discover, the discipline that does not feel like discipline at all. Before we go deeper, if you want to learn etiquette and good manners in a light and fun way, with the education of a high-class woman, subscribe to this channel, activate the notification bell, and leave a like on this video. And if you want to be an elegant and sophisticated traveler, I am an affiliate of the ebook Be Elegant While Traveling, Global Etiquette for the Sophisticated Traveler. The link is in the first pinned comment. Emily Post, the most influential etiquette authority in American history, built her entire philosophy on one radical idea: discipline disguised as consideration for others. She understood something that escaped most people. True elegance was not about following rigid rules. It was about cultivating habits so deeply ingrained that they became invisible. Post herself came from privilege, but her genius was recognizing that what separated truly elegant women from merely wealthy ones was not their bank accounts. It was their ability to make refinement look natural. Section 1. The Paradox of Effortless Discipline. Studies of wealthy women reveal something fascinating. They wake around 6 a.m., not because they force themselves, but because their bodies have been trained through years of consistent ritual. This is not the harsh discipline of military boot camps. This is maintenance disguised as routine, self-care that has been practiced so consistently it no longer requires willpower. Let me tell you about something I witnessed at a private dinner in Manhattan. There was a woman there, mid-50s, impeccably dressed in navy and cream. Nothing flashy, just quality fabrics, structured silhouettes, and the kind of quiet luxury that whispers, rather than shouts. Throughout the entire evening, spanning 4 hours with multiple courses and endless conversation, I never once saw her check her phone. Not once. When someone asked her about it later, she smiled and said something that stayed with me. I check my messages at specific times. My attention is not for sale at a dinner table. That is silent discipline. That is what separates women who appear elegant from women who are elegant. Section 2. The Rituals They Never Discuss. Research published by the American Psychological Association discovered something remarkable about rituals. They enhance feelings of self-discipline without requiring constant willpower. The study found that women who performed a simple pre-eating ritual were significantly more successful at making healthy food choices than those who simply tried to be mindful. Here is what elite women know but never say out loud. Rituals are defined by formal, rigid, and repetitive physical actions paired with symbolic psychological meaning. It sounds complicated, but it is actually beautifully simple. The most affluent women favor morning routines that begin with calm and control, never starting their day in chaos. But let me be specific about what this looks like, because it is not what Instagram sells you. One CEO blocks 30 minutes every afternoon for nothing time. No phone, no meetings, just quiet. She told an interviewer that her team gets a better version of her when she protects that time. The wealthiest women treat their nervous system as the foundation of their beauty, understanding that chronic stress floods the body with cortisol, leading to inflammation and premature aging. Section 3. The Consistency Principle. What looks like skill is often just consistency. While you cannot snap your fingers and become more talented, you can create your own talent through consistent action. And here's the secret that elite women understand in their bones. Short-term results come from intensity, but long-term results come from consistency. These women speak calmly and clearly. They avoid gossip, listen more than they speak, and express themselves with quiet confidence. But here is what I want you to understand. This did not happen overnight. Discipline is like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. I had a colleague years ago who never seemed flustered. Projects would blow up, deadlines would shift, chaos would erupt around her, and she would remain perfectly composed. One day, I asked her secret. She laughed and said, "I practice being calm when nothing is wrong, so that when something goes wrong, calm is my default setting." Composure, she understood, is the highest form of self-discipline. Section 4. The Maintenance Mindset. Upper-class women call certain practices maintenance, while middle-class women call the same things pampering. This distinction is not about semantics, it is about psychology. When something is seen as maintenance, it is woven into identity. It is not questioned or delayed. It is simply done. A facial every 6 weeks is scheduled like clockwork, as normal as a dentist visit. Weekly massage sessions are booked mid-afternoon, not because they are particularly stressed, but because they do not wait until they are in pain to take care of their bodies. They protect their sleep like a business asset, understanding that lack of sleep increases cortisol, which breaks down collagen and leads to dull skin and fine lines. But you do not need a weekly massage to adopt this mindset. What if you treated self-care, whatever that looks like for you, as necessary upkeep for your body and mind, not a luxury you have to earn? That shift in thinking changes everything. Section 5. The invisible structure. Most upper-class women have a uniform, a narrow range of silhouettes and colors they can assemble half asleep. This is not boring. This is strategic. When the decisions are simple, your posture gets taller, your pace calmer, and your mind free for actual life. High-value women are in tune with their emotions and needs, regularly reflecting on their progress and adjusting their actions accordingly. They set and enforce healthy boundaries, ensuring their energy and time are protected. They understand that true refinement is not about wealth or brand names. It is about discretion, self-control, and awareness. Now, speaking of sophistication and how you present yourself to the world, I want to tell you about something that can transform how you are perceived and treated. The course Look Rich Without Spending Much is currently available at a promotional launch price because the classes are being released gradually. As soon as the course is complete, the price will increase to full value without any discount. This course teaches the visual codes, behavioral patterns, and social signals that wealthy women use naturally. It shows you how to carry yourself, what to wear, how to speak, and which small details make the enormous difference between looking expensive and looking like you are trying too hard. This is not about faking wealth. This is about understanding and embodying the subtle markers of sophistication that open doors, change how people respond to you, and elevate how you move through the world. If you have ever felt overlooked, underestimated, or invisible in rooms where you know you belong, this course shows you exactly what to change. The investment you make now at this promotional price will pay dividends in how you are perceived for the rest of your life. The link is in the description. Do not wait until the price increases. Section 6. The Power of Unspoken Standards. During the Gilded Age, the old elite established elaborate and arbitrary norms to show explicitly who was in and who was out. One holdover from this era is the "no white after Labor Day" rule. But here is what most people misunderstand about these social codes. They were never really about the rules themselves. They were about demonstrating that you had the discipline to follow them consistently. Elegant women remain calm and composed, even when provoked. Overindulgence, like drinking too much and losing composure, instantly diminishes elegance. Upper middle-class people understand that composure is a form of power. Public outbursts are not seen as authentic. They are seen as a lapse in dignity. I watched a woman at a benefit gala handle an incredibly rude comment from another guest. Someone made a cutting remark about her dress, clearly trying to embarrass her in front of others. She smiled, paused for exactly 2 seconds, and said with perfect warmth, "How kind of you to notice." Then she turned to someone else and changed the subject entirely. The woman who made the rude comment looked foolish. The elegant woman looked unshakable. Truly self-assured people do not need to perform their emotions for an audience. Section 7. The Education. Nobody talks about. Affluent women read daily, keep up with culture and current events, and are fluent in art, design, finance, and global affairs. But here is what makes this different from simply scrolling news headlines. Studies show that the average CEO reads about 60 books yearly, while most people only read a handful. Wealthy women listen to audiobooks during their commute, read industry publications, and stay informed about current events. Instead of mindlessly consuming entertainment, they consume content that adds value to their lives and careers. This intellectual elegance is part of what makes them magnetic. They can have conversations about art, literature, current events, and still make you feel like the most interesting person in the room because they have learned emotional regulation, self-awareness, and boundaries. Section 8. The Financial Dimension. Wealthy women treat money management as self-respect. Daily habits include reviewing expenses, monitoring investments, and setting financial goals. But what separates truly wealthy women from temporarily comfortable ones is this. They practice mindful spending, not deprivation. The ultra-wealthy know where their money goes and treat money management as a non-negotiable part of their daily routine, making this a 10-minute daily habit. They understand that luxury is not about price. Luxury is about perception, about knowing where to invest and where to save. One of the wealthiest women I know drives a 7-year-old car, but her home was designed by an architect. Every room thoughtfully planned and beautifully executed. She told me once, "People see my car for 30 seconds. I live in my home every single day." That is strategic thinking. That is understanding that real luxury is about quality of life, not performance for strangers. Section 9. The Health Foundation. Wealthy women exercise regularly, eat balanced meals, and prioritize sleep. These habits not only improve their health, but also enhance their mental clarity and energy levels, which are essential for managing their busy lives. They eat for longevity, filling their meals with color, greens, berries, seeds, legumes, and omega-rich foods. But here is what I find most interesting. They have learned to set boundaries and say no. Meditation, journaling, breathwork, whatever helps them stay centered, is not optional. It is essential. They protect their rest like a business asset. They do not apologize for it, and they do not wait until they are falling apart to take a break. Rest is not indulgent. It is essential. Section 10. The consistency over perfection. High-value women are not born. They are made through intentional choices and disciplined habits. But here is the part that gives me hope for all of us. Discipline is not made by being hard on yourself. This is not sustainable long-term, and you will end up constantly frustrated. Self-disciplined women love practicing self-care, and they prioritize themselves above every task. They understand that the small, consistent actions, repeated over time, lead to significant changes in behavior and outcomes. You will never hear an elegant woman say she is perfect, but you will notice that she shows up consistently. They act the same whether someone is watching or not. And that is because what looks like performance to the outside world is simply who they have become through years of quiet, consistent practice. Conclusion: your advantage starts now. Here is what puts you ahead of other women starting today. You now know the secret. While most women are still trying to force themselves into rigid routines they hate, burning out and quitting, you understand that silent discipline is not about punishment. It is about building rituals that feel so natural they become part of who you are. You know that elegance is not genetic. It is cultivated through consideration for others and respect for yourself. You know that the difference between maintenance and pampering is mindset, not money. You understand that consistency creates talent, and you do not have to rely on motivation if you build the right rituals. You are now part of a small percentage of women who understand that what looks effortless is actually the result of invisible structure. And that knowledge, that understanding, puts you miles ahead of women who are still trying to fake their way through rooms they want to belong in. Subscribe to this channel and leave a like if you want to continue learning etiquette and good manners in a light and fun way, with the education of a high-class woman. And if you have enjoyed this content and want to support the channel, consider becoming a patron through the membership club starting at $4.99. Click the Become a Member button. The silent discipline of elite women is simple. Make excellence your default, not your exception. Build rituals that serve you. Maintain yourself the way you would maintain something precious. Show up consistently, not perfectly. And never apologize for the standards you set for yourself. If you loved this video, write in the comments, "Elegance is my default." Let me know you are here, building your own silent discipline, one intentional choice at a time.